Hi guys, Bob Collins for Diver Supply. So it's the end of October. We're beginning to have some cooler weather, which means cooler water out there. Many of you are beginning to look for a little thicker exposure protection. And what I'm going to look at in this video is 4 5mm wetsuits. Stick with me. So the wetsuits we're going to be looking at over here. This is the Scuba Pro Definition 5mm. We've got the Henderson Thermoprene Pro 5mm. Over here we've got the Pinnacle 5mm Cruiser. And over here we've got the Aqua Lung 5.3 rental. So it kind of goes as far as price-wise. You've got the higher price here to a little bit lower price over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link down below in the description section for each of these suits. So if there's one that interests you, or if you'd like to take a look at a little bit more of the details, then you can hit that link. Go over and take a look at that at the Diver Supply website. And you can also see if there's some special pricing available, especially right here at the holidays and such. So let's start with the Scuba Pro. Now the Definition is the higher priced of the 4. And usually what you see when you see a little bit higher price, you see a wetsuit that's got more features. And what I mean by features are things like there's a zipper right here on the neck, and it's got a little water dam here. So if you're cool, then just zip that up. It keeps the water from moving in and out quite so much. If you're a little warm, then all you have to do is pull that down. It's got a neat little lanyard on there to help you move that if you've got some gloves on. Other things like there's shoulder protection that keeps the BCD from moving around quite so much, which is really nice. You'll also notice that the Definition is actually sewn with a number of different panels. As you reduce the cost of a wetsuit, a lot of times it has to do with the amount of panels, the amount of construction that's in the wetsuit, and of course the Definition is nicely done. There's a lot of different construction. If you look right here in the shoulder armpit joint, you'll see an additional piece in here, and what that does, it just gives you a better form fit and better flexibility. Now if we look at the sleeves right here, one of the things you're going to notice is that what we've got is we've got an inner seal, and this seal actually has what many of the manufacturers call seal skin. It's just a little slicker, a little bit more water resistant material. It's got the standard type Lycra type material on the inside, and then what you've got is you've got a nice zipper on here, so that once you put your arm through here, if you're wearing gloves, then you'll have the seal skin down, your glove will go up over here, and then you'll fold the cuff down and zip that forward, which is really nice. And again, the additional layers keep water from moving in and out. And of course we all know that's what a wetsuit's all about, is trying to trap the water in between you and the suit. The material insulates that water from the outside water, and of course your body is heating the inside water. So little things like zippers. Now one of the other things I'm going to point out right here, they call it iSave. It's a little loop, and it's really nice because when you wear your dive computer, and there's one of these on each of the cuffs, when you wear your computer, you put your computer through that little that little loop, and it keeps it from moving down on your wrist or up your arm. It just keeps it more stabilized. So little features like that make a big difference for you. If we look down here on the knee, now one of the things about it is that wetsuits today, I hate to say it, but many of them don't have much of a knee pad. Now really, when we're diving, we're not supposed to be on our knees, but you know, this is just has what we call a press-on style protection. So to me, it's like a 6 out of 10 when it comes to knee protection. But in the ankle, we've got another one of the zippers. Now, one of the things you'll notice is it also has seal skin inside of the ankle cuff. Now let's take a look at the back. One of the things you're going to notice, I think you can see the angled zipper here. And most of the wetsuits have a zipper that runs straight up and down. Now, what happens is when you're trying to put a wetsuit on, and let me just give you a tiny little hint. I see many people, and of course it kind of comes from the surfer realm, where people reach over, they grab this lanyard, and they pull that lanyard up to zip up their wetsuit. And they've got a perfectly good dive buddy standing right there. And you would be shocked at the number of times people come in and they've actually ripped the zipper out, because when they pull, they're rolling their shoulders forward and they're actually stretching open the shoulder area. So get your dive buddy to zip you up. There's nothing embarrassing about it. But this one actually has an angle to it, so that if you are prone to zipping your own wetsuit up, it really is more ergonomic to be able to do it this way, which is really kind of nice. Now let's take a look inside here. We've got just inside the zipper, there's about a 1/2 mil water dam right here inside the zipper to keep water from moving in and out. You're also going to see a nice interior material, and what this does is the more the material is like a pile, it keeps the water from moving around. And the more stable you can keep the water, the warmer your body's going to get it. So it makes a huge difference. And it's just plush. It's just a real dream to wear this wetsuit. One of the other things you're going to notice about this wetsuit is how stretchy the material is of the neoprene. This means this is a really high quality neoprene and makes it easy for it to form fit you. So sometimes a wetsuit that may be really thick or really stiff, and maybe it's a super inexpensive wetsuit, you may have to go to a bigger size because it doesn't have the stretchy to conform to your body. So that's the definition, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, we're going to jump over here. This is the Thermoprene Pro. It's also a 5 mil wetsuit. This is one of Henderson's better wetsuits. The features aren't quite what you will see on the Scuba Pro unit, but it's a really nice wetsuit. One of the things that jumps right out at you in the beginning when you start trying to put this wetsuit on is just how comfortable this wetsuit is. You see how stretchy that is? So this makes it extremely comfortable and easy to put on. You're not going to see sealskin in the sleeve cuffs or at the angled cuffs. This unit just doesn't have that. But comfort level, it's just tremendous. And of course, you also will see that there's not a zipper here in the neck. Now, one of the things that this unit does have that I have to really point out to you guys is the fact that this unit has a really nice knee pad, a little tougher than what you see on the actual Lycra type material that make up the wetsuit itself. Let's look at the back. All right, so when we look at the back, you can actually see here, based on the number of panels that are being sewn together, again, that you don't have the detail that the Scuba Pro unit does. Now, you'll also notice that we've got a straight up and down zipper. And we also have the nice water dam, just like what we had inside the zipper on the other units. Most all wetsuits have this sort of thing. And of course, when you look at the interior is just a basic Lycra interior. There's nothing really that fancy about it, okay? Let's move on to the Cruiser. All right, this is the Pinnacle Cruiser. Now the Cruiser, it sounds kind of corny, but I call the Cruiser kind of the SUV of 5mm wetsuits. Pinnacle's always had a great name. It has quite a few features for the price point, and I think you're going to be interested in this wetsuit, again, especially at the price point. So let's take a look at some of the features. You can see the sealskin here in the neck. It helps, again, keep the water from moving in and out, and it helps keep you warmer. The shoulders have kind of a rough material. Again, your BCD constantly rubbing on the Lycra material of a wetsuit. When they put this extra material on here, just gives you longevity in the wetsuit. When we look here at the cuffs, we've got sealskin here in the cuffs. We don't have zippers, but we do have sealskin here. Again, it keeps that water from moving in or out, okay? This particular unit, that's why I kind of call it the SUV of wetsuits. It's got a really nice, now this is more of a rubberized knee pad. So maybe if you're going to do some work underwater, maybe you do hull cleaning or something like this, and you're going to be on your knees or something, then this would be a pad that's really going to protect the wetsuit. Now, this particular unit, the Cruiser, didn't have zippers on the cuffs, the arm cuffs, but it does have a zipper down here on the leg cuffs. The one thing it does not have sealskin here, but it does have an interior dam so that once you zip it down, it gives you more protection from water moving in and out. Let's look at the back. Back here, the Cruiser again stands out, and it's got a really thick water dam here underneath the zipper. Now, this is a straight up and down zipper. It's not angled. You guys have experienced it before. When you get in the water, it's a little colder and that water penetrates the zipper. It kind of makes you arch your back a little bit. Well, this gives you a little bit more ease of that water invading the wetsuit, a little easier to tolerate. And when we look inside, it's got, you know, a little different material on the inside. It's not, again, as plush as the Scuba Pro unit. It does appear to be a little nicer than the Henderson Thermoprene Pro, but it's not, I wouldn't call it anything to write home about. Again, SUV of 5mm wetsuits, but it's an excellent value and some really good features. So let's move on. All right, we've made it down here to the Aqua Lung rental. Now this is a 5'3" unit. What that means is it's 5 in the core and then 3 in the arms and in the legs. So you don't feel quite so much like a Michelin man. It gives you a little bit more flexibility, keeps your core warm, but allows your flexibility in your extremities. Now, let's take a look up here. Up here at the neck, the collar around is actually sewn. It's got a seam with a little cover on it. I don't know how closely I pointed it out, but on the Henderson, on that Thermoprene, it's kind of a raw cut around the neck, something I'm not real big on, but this one actually has the neck so that it is protected. And then as we come down, it's a really nice, comfortable material, pretty stretchy. We actually use this suit in our rental department, and of course these suits get used every weekend, in and out during the week, that sort of thing. And this is really a pretty bulletproof type wetsuit. if we look on down, we're going to see this one is kind of like that other one that had the material. So it's not, again, it's not rubberized, but it's got a tougher material on the knee pad than what you saw on the actual material of the wetsuit. No zippers in the leg cuffs. It's just cut and then rolled and seamed over, so it's got a nice finish on that. Let's take a look at the back. Okay, so the back, we've got a straight zipper with a leash. There is a very thin water dam inside the zipper, similar to some of the others there. So it's going to give you good service at a very good price. So that's a look at these 4 5mm wetsuits, and it gives you a good idea of some of the choices, maybe helps you understand a little bit about features versus price. And of course, Diver Supply has a huge selection of 5mm, 7mm dry suits and other things. Just take a look. Again, I'm going to put the link down below in the description. So again, I'm Bob Collins for Diver Supply. Appreciate you being here. And as we always say, dive safe out there. Thanks for watching.